Even when they leave their
So we
jobs,
can then
they leave
share
their
it.
401k investments untouched. Is there more you can do for your retirement
Nikki,
with
now
some
you can watch
hands-on
us.
guidance supported by a
Quit
strategy? Learn the
What
options
game is
and
you playing?
potentially the advantages. Schedule a rollover review
Clash of
with
Clans.
Lucia Capital Group.
Classic
Learn
Clans.
how easy
You
it
have a
is
really
to
big
take
clan?
control of your retirement by rolling a 401k into a buckets
All right, guys, we have
portfolio.
1 minute.
The
Do
you
retirement
have a really
planning
big clan?
advisors at Lucia Capital
Yes,
Group
I do,
work
I
directly
do.
with
Do
each
you?
client
You've
to
been
develop
clashing a lot?
strategy geared to their goals.
I do,
Learn
I
how
do.
You may be
Yeah.
able to diversify your retirement plan. Take a closer look at the fees you may be paying with an old 401k that's out of sight, out of mind. Call Lucia Capital Group. 800-644-1150. 800-644-1150. Or visit luciacap.com. That's luciacap.com. Securities offered through Lucia Securities LLC, member FINRA SIPC, a subsidiary of Lucia Capital Group and affiliate
good morning,
of Lucia
Jackie.
Wealth Services.
Did you know that the average yearly repair bill for a car 5 years or older is more than $1,200? Having repair
Wow.
coverage for your car just
it
makes
really?
sense, but the trick is
if
not
you
to
buy
overpay for it. With Toco
A
warranty,
car
you
that's
can
5
get a
years
highly
old?
rated
If you
vehicle
buy a
protection
Pontiac
plan,
Aztec,
usually
that
for
might be
less
true.
than a tank of
Right.
replacement.
Like, I don't
Now,
feel like I spend
we're
that much
offering
on my
a
car other
zero
than
down
oil
payment
change,
program.
air
To get a
filter.
great car vehicle protection
I
plan
do an
at a
oil change
super
every
low
7,500
price.
miles,
Call Toco
which
Warranty
is the
at
maintenance schedule on my Toyota
1-800-269-3100.
Yeah.
That's 1-800-269-3100.
And,
Terms and conditions
at
apply.
The
125,000
following
miles,
program
I
does not
replaced my
necessarily
front brakes.
represent the views or
Which I felt
opinions
like
of the
was good.
staff, management, or
You don't do the full
ownership
thing?
of this station.
I only needed the front.
It's time to get
I
on the
brake
right
real
path
hard.
with
Dude,
Right
so do I.
Path
Yeah.
Real Estate
But
Radio with
Prius
Tom
automatically
Perry.
has regenerative
Get
braking.
the answer to your question.
Nikki,
that's
you think I'm
keeping
not ready,
from
but I
taking
am.
action and
I'll
succeeding
tell you,
I know you're prepared.
my worst thing for a car was I didn't change my air filter,
Oh, no.
and that I think it ended up being like should have been a $15
Yeah.
replacement versus a $600 repair.
Get ready. The guide
You
that
learned
will
that
put
early
your
on in
fears
life.
behind
Yeah.
you is on the air
I was like,
All right, guys,
Taking
stand
calls
by.
at
Be sure to change my air filter.
785-1817.
All right, guys, hot mics
Toll free
in
877-881-0271.
3,
Now here's
2,
your host, Tom
1.
Perry.
Hey, welcome to the show, Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. We are a call-in show. I know that we have some people that listen on delay because I hear, I'll go to a networking event. Like the last one I was at was the Jet Lending event. And I know y'all are vendor sponsors of that event as well, right?
No, we're not.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Did y'all used to be?
We were at one point in
Yeah.
time. There's another vendor there now that
Oh.
does similar to what we do.
Okay. Well, anyhow, so I was there, and people come up to me and they go, I watch your radio show every day. And the first time I heard that, I was like, wait, don't you mean you No, I watch it. So people are following us on the Book of Faces at Right Path Real Estate Facebook page on Facebook.com. So you can go there. And I know throughout the day, we have more than 1,000 people watch every one of our shows.
And there is a lag on Facebook, right?
There's a little bit of a lag, yeah. There's a little bit. But there's also... allegedly, I have to ask Nikki this. Maybe she's listening if she's not playing in Clash of Clans.
I'm listening.
Yeah, that if there's a delay for a dump button in case you
I have it on right
drop,
now.
drop the bomb or something like that. There's 7 deadly words, I think, kind of like 7 deadly sins. It's the 7 deadly words of radio.
So we're on the lag on the radio too.
We're on lag on the radio.
Okay,
and
just in
Nikki,
case.
Just in case you go running amok with your vocabulary. Yeah. So I'm joined live in the studio with Jerry Ta. He's with PropertyCare. And he's actually our property management company. We've got a couple of rentals.
Right, I think 3 or 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4 you guys have with us.
I think that's right. I think we've got a duplex with you. We've got you don't. We're deciding whether or not we're gonna. You don't do Galveston rentals, do you?
We do have a few down there,
But not really looking to expand that.
Not really. I mean, they're really more because they were a part of a larger portfolio.
Yeah.
So we do stretch down there, but I mean, we just don't really have the resources to really go all the way down there for the most part.
We have a property down there that Jason's supposed to be buying furniture for this week. We're actually going to have a furnished rental down there, but
is this the vacation rental that you guys are talking about?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a small 750 square feet place that we picked up for. It's down in the Sea Isle area, and I was talking to somebody in the Sea Isle HOA area, and they go, properties down here. I was like, hey, what's the average price down here you think that sells? She goes, oh, probably north of 210. And
even for a unit like yours.
Yep, even for a unit like ours, right? And we paid $50 for ours, and we're going to put somewhere between $25 and $30 into it in terms of rehab.
Okay.
And so that means that a painting inside and out, all new flooring. The hardest part about the flooring was ripping out all the old OSB that had been laid because dogs had peed for years on the on the vinyl flooring, and that had soaked into the OSB, and the smell was just so foul. So
What do you do to get rid of that smell?
So we pulled out all the OSB and got down to, Galveston beach houses are built up this on stilts. And so down below, when you're in the garage area, because there is a 2-car garage, that you're looking up and there's some really nice I don't remember if they're 2x4s or 2x6s as like the ceiling to the garage, which is really the lowest level of subfloor. So we got down to that, made sure it was really good and clean, and then laid hardy on top of that, and then went with that, then a vapor barrier.
Right.
And then did the vinyl click together type flooring, and that totally got rid of. When you got rid of the OSB, that was basically like wet sawdust at that point, which is just really nasty.
Yeah, and I've always had people ask me if we manage vacation rentals, and we don't.
Yeah.
I think there's like specific companies down in Galveston that actually, that do specifically vacation rentals.
Yeah.
Where they come in right after a person moves out over the weekend or whatever.
Isn't that what Airbnb does? Don't they manage your
No, you can manage your own property on Airbnb.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So do you know many people that are doing the Airbnb model? Because we really don't.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a few friends that I find it kind of strange to have strangers living in your own house,
especially when you have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I would want to do that.
If I were a single guy, I could probably picture it happening, but yeah, I agree. Have you ever stayed at an Airbnb place?
I have not.
No?
I'm really kind of a Hilton guy. So
Are you?
yeah, I spent enough. I mean, when I used to do corporate, I stayed in Hilton so much where I'm just kind of used to having, I guess, the amenities
The
and
look
stuff.
and the feel of a Hilton?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. What's the rewards program for Hiltons? Is that SPG? Or they have their own Hilton rewards?
No, they have their own Hilton rewards.
Okay. See, I'm not up. That's one of the things I probably need to get better with in terms of the travel that we're doing and all that, is keeping track of all the rewards programs.
Well, ever since I think Marriott bought out SPG.
Right.
So their rewards is pretty, their portfolio of hotels is huge now compared to Hilton.
Yeah, because like the Westin, yeah. When you look, if you get on SPG's website and you go, wait, which of these things is not like the others? Some of these are really, really nice and the others not so much. So anyhow. So Matt, good morning to you. Saying hello from the Book of Faces. He's following us at facebook.com/rightpath. And then Andy, hey, good morning. How are you doing? And so saying good morning to all the folks watching there. And then Jerry, have you shared our post?
Which one is that?
It's our Facebook post.
No.
You got to share our post so they can follow it on the PropertyCare.
Okay.
Because you have Facebook on PropertyCare, right?
I do.
So if I want to find PropertyCare, what's the easiest way to do it? By phone, by email, by website, what?
You can do all three
Yep.
if you want. You can give us a call at 713-489-7653. You can find us on the web at propertycarehouston.com or send us an email at info@propertycarehouston.com.
So we just did our weekend retreat this past weekend, and one of the things that we talk about that it's confusing for a lot of brand new investors is this whole concept of ROI. It's the ROI and it's the cap rate, right? Mm-hmm. And so, especially with cap rate, one of the things that I was teaching this past weekend is that if you're looking to buy a single family property and you're buying it on a cap rate assumes that the property is completely passive. In fact, it assumes that the investment, whether you're buying a machine shop, you can buy a machine shop on a cap rate. You can buy lots of different businesses on a cap rate. I don't recommend doing that with single family because it's not passive unless
you hire a property manager.
That was a soft pitch, wasn't it?
Yes. and that is really important to actually put in your calculation too. I mean, I've seen so many cap rate calculations where, like, okay, so who's managing the property? Like, especially for small multi-units and stuff. Like, what? Like, where's the property management? The maintenance usually on small multis is a little bit higher
vacancy,
too.
All of that. Yeah.
So I've seen so many calculations on those. You really got to be careful, and maybe have someone else look at it. Just somebody
that's a little bit more experienced.
Yeah.
Somebody that's honest about their numbers.
Right.
Because really, if you're doing multifamily, small single family, any of those, it's a business. If you're going to do it on a scalable, and most people don't account. Let's face it. Most people see the real estate business not as a business, but as a transaction, that you're buying a piece of property, you're managing yourself, whatever it is you're doing, and we don't recommend that. It's like, unless you're a 10 at being a property manager, stay out of that business. So that's you, not me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I thought that was you.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, mine. I didn't have anything.
Oops, sorry. My fault. All right.
But some of the things, that really, I used to read the forums and stuff all the time, and someone bought like I think a rental property, and they had their calculation or whatever, and then property management wasn't in there, and then their return on investment was not as great as they thought. And then I've seen small multis where maintenance was $2,500 for the year. I'm like,
for the entire complex.
for the entire complex. And I was just looking at it, I'm like, well, they all have window units. If the one with heater and
Yeah.
AC, I mean, that's
Right.
runs you about $800 or $1,000 just to replace one. So
Right.
I mean, those numbers are not very realistic sometimes.
Well, it's the predictive pro forma, right? It's not the actual numbers, because we don't want to sell on our actual numbers. We want to sell on what you could do if you manage this way better than what we did when
Right.
we've been jacking it up. Yeah.
And the best ones are like, well, everything's under market, so
Yeah.
if you raise all the rent up,
Yeah, that'll solve all your problems.
yeah,
Yeah.
it'll look so much better.
Yeah. So why didn't you do that? Say, tell you what, why don't you raise everybody's rents and renew all those leases and then sell the property?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever actually asked a seller to do that?
Good luck.
Yeah, I've asked him just because I'm that guy. I'll call him out on that, and then they go like, well, no, we could do that, but most of these people are our friends,
1 minute.
and I'm like, yeah, that's not.
And you even have leases in place.
Yeah, exactly. Most of them they don't. So, hey, you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. We do have a call-in number 713-785-1817. Feel free to give us a call, ask a question if you want to talk about property management, if you want to talk about buy and hold, if you want to talk about single family, small multifamily, even large multifamily. Although we think that right now, although we would love to own a ton of large multifamily so that we could be selling right now because we believe we're at the peak of the market, we don't think that now's a great time to be buying large multifamily. We'll talk more about that on the other side of the break. You're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Hang on through the break, and you'll be joined with Jerry Ta with PropertyCare.
Mike's off, guys.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah, so what do you think about multifamily? Are you on the same boat?
Tom,
Yeah.
turn Jerry's down a little bit.
Turn him down a little bit? Is he too loud?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes.
All right.
Are you an active real estate
I
investor?
haven't looked at
If
sales
so, a real estate
in a while.
attorney is a
Yeah.
crucial
I do
member to add
rentals,
to your
right?
team.
Right.
Contact
I didn't
Law at
realize,
346
I hear you guys talk
231
about it, but I didn't
1120.
actually go look
Ehlert Law
until I had like an
serves
investor
clients in real
like,
estate and
hey,
business law with
sure,
principal
like, what do you think about
offices
a
in
few of these
Houston,
deals that they were like just sending
acquisitions
me?
and dispositions.
And I was like,
We are
dude, these
equipped
houses
to
are
serve you
really
with your residential and
expensive.
Yeah, they
commercial
are.
real estate law needs.
Yeah.
I mean,
Contact
anything
Ehlert
like
Law at
$150,000 just like
346-231-1120.
Yeah.
they fly off the shelves, and
Draft,
the rent
review
hasn't
docs,
caught up.
and structure
I agree.
transactions,
$150,000
represent
rent.
you
I mean,
in
a house
Houston
would only
litigation.
net you about
Or
$1,300,
choose one of our
$1,400 rent,
transaction
and
Right.
packages to
It's
cover
less than
your
1%,
substitute,
right?
Yeah,
hotel,
less than- and
wrap,
that's not gonna
or
work.
private
No, it's not.
financing
most of the
deals.
time.
Right.
Our business and commercial services include
So-
business contracts,
Thought that was
entity
kinda crazy.
formations, and business consultations. If you need a reliable, dedicated firm to serve on your team, contact Ehlert Law at 346-231-1120. 346-231-1120. Paid for by Gerald Ehlert, Principal Offices in Houston, not board certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization.
Investor loans offering up to 100% financing are still available. You just have to know where to look. Look no further than Noble Mortgage. Noble Mortgage is a full-service mortgage company that's been helping investors since 2003. Noble Mortgage offers up to 100% financing to investors that covers purchase, repairs, and closing costs. In addition to private money, Noble Mortgage offers conventional loans, FHA, and even no-income documentation loans for both residential and commercial properties. Call and ask about our 5-point guarantee, which includes free pre-qualifications within 2 business days. Call 713-680-8100 or visit noblemoney.com. That's noblemoney.com. Our team has over 50 years experience in the mortgage industry. Call us today, 713-680-8100, or visit us on the web, noblemoney.com, noblemoney.com.
NMLS 292143, 8203 Willow Place Drive, Houston, Texas, 77070.
If you have cracks in your walls, ceilings, or floors, you may have a foundation leveling problem. Do you have doors that
Wow.
stick or just won't open right? Maybe you have gaps in the
What's
bricks
that?
of your fireplace. You need Green Tree
They're saying
Foundation
22
Leveling.
people
a
were
fast,
killed, including
high-quality
a
foundation
8-year-old
leveling
girl.
company based here in Houston.
The
They know how hot
concert
it gets
in
on the Gulf Coast.
Manchester.
High
Yeah.
summer temperatures, heavy rainfall, and
And
clay-rich
somebody on
soils are
Facebook
leading causes of
made a
foundation
comment like,
cracks.
who would take an
If you have a
8-year-old
cracked
girl
slab
to
or a shifting
big
foundation,
stadium
call
concert,
Green
right?
Tree
And I'm like,
Foundation Leveling at
Well, I've
832
got a 12-year-old, and I think she was 9 or 10
How old
when
is
I
your
took
house?
her to Taylor
Many
Swift.
older homes in our area require
I was gonna say that.
foundation repair
I actually went to the
simply
Taylor
because of our
Swift
climate
concert
and
at
soil
Minute Maid
Yeah.
Park, and there was
Green Tree
Right.
Foundation
girls
Leveling
like-
provides free
Yeah, this
estimates
was actually,
within
I guess,
24
at
hours.
Toyota Center.
They repair
Uh-huh.
concrete
What-
slab
was it Toy-
foundations
Yeah, it
and
was at
pier and
Toyota
beam
Center.
homes too.
And
the experts at Green Tree
was
Foundation
like-
Leveling work
I mean,
fast.
I made it-
and offer
it's a memorable
competitive
event,
rates,
right?
Even
Yeah.
a lifetime
That was a great
transferable
concert.
warranty.
Yeah.
Well, the one I went to.
You
You probably went to the Red concert.
Yeah.
To the one before that, the
1989.
Green Tree
Yeah.
Foundation
Yeah.
Leveling.
The one that
Are you looking for an
I mean, I'm
investment
not
friendly
claiming
general
all this,
contractor
but-
for
was
your
the first time that I
investment
ever saw
property? Then
Ed
call
Sheeran.
Fast Track Remodeling
Okay.
at
Yeah, because he opened for her, and I'd never heard of the guy.
832-9992.
Now
he's all over the radio.
Or
Now
reach
he's
us on
as
the
big
web
as
at
he's bigger than she
fasttrackremodeling.com.
is, I guess.
Fast Track
Right.
I wouldn't say that, but I mean, currently he has
single-family
more
investment
songs on
properties.
the radio.
Yeah,
Whether it's
right.
a flip
Well, 'cause
rehab
she's
or a rental
kind of
rehab,
been in retirement
we
for a
manage
year,
every
right?
aspect
Yeah.
of a rehab
Until our next
from start to
album,
finish with a
usually.
highly
All right, guys, we got
efficient,
30
I'm going to a
seconds.
concert
process.
tomorrow night.
Over the last 6
Which one's
years,
that?
Fast
YouTube?
Track has completed
YouTube?
over
Yeah.
700 projects,
I've never been to YouTube
which has
concert.
helped
Yeah.
us to create our 3
Yeah.
keys to success.
My
Use
next
a detailed
concert
scope
is,
of work so that everything gets
Linkin
done.
Park.
Train
Oh, yeah?
and
I've
maintain
seen
quality
them.
crews
I think it's
so
my
it
like
gets done
7th or
right,
8th.
and
Oh.
complete the work in
Linkin
a
Park
proper order
concert.
so it gets done fast.
No more managing
not-
it yourself.
they're not much
no more
rock
doing
anymore,
the work
but
yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really
I
does
feel like
manage
I'm
it all.
obligated.
So give us a call
to go
today
watch
at
'em.
832-742-9992.
About to come back.
Again,
Also,
that's
I'm training today, so if you hear a different voice,
832-742-9992,
don't
or reach
panic.
us on the web at
Who you
fasttrackremodeling.com.
training?
his name's Harrison.
This is
Hi, Harrison.
Business 1110.
He can't hear you.
Okay.
All right, fellas, stand by. Hot mics in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Right Path Real Estate Radio. We're a call-in show, 713-785-1817. If you want to call in and ask a question, or if you're so intimidated, you can just listen. We're going to provide good
Or
content.
you can post it on Facebook, right?
You could post it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You just go to the Right Path Real Estate page within the Book of Faces, and it's you're in the right place if it says RP and then Practical Real Estate Investing. Also want to tell you about events we've got coming up. Jason will be speaking in Dallas on this Thursday at the Dallas RIA, the Real Estate Investing Association, at the Wyndham Dallas at 7800 Alpha Road, Dallas, Texas 75240. If you want to go to rightpathrealestate.com, that's our .com website address. You can go right there, and you can register for the event. It is free to go to if you register. And then our next event here in Houston is going to be June 8th at the Houston Hilton West Chase. That'll be right after the it'll be the week after. Is that right? Something doesn't seem right about that. I'll have to check on that. But it shows on my board June 8th, Houston Hilton West Chase, 9999 Westheimer. That's right at Briar Park inside the Beltway on Westheimer. And that's about it. What events are you going to be at?
Well, I'm going to be at your June 8th event if it's on June 8th.
Yep. I'm checking that real quick right now.
There's the real acquisitions sometime next week too, I believe. Maybe not next week. I think I'm getting my months confused.
Well, it looks like we have something on June 1st, and then it looks like we also have something on June the 8th. And then looks like back-to-back weeks, the 1st and the 8th, but I don't see the one on the 1st on the calendar. It could be that we kicked that one to the curb and it never got kicked off of my calendar because Monday's Memorial Day. We may have decided not to do one that week because it's June 1st. So it looks like the next one I show after that's going to be in Houston is June 8th. So there you go. So you have to go to that.
And you guys you're having your events in your new office.
Not yet.
Not yet?
Don't get me started.
Okay.
So, as soon as the radio show gets over today, then that's one of my first calls. Call the owner of the building, find out where they are with the last signature that we're waiting on. We've been waiting on one signature for I think it's 3 weeks now.
Okay.
Yeah. So apparently the scenario is, just so that everybody knows, we're moving offices, and so we're subleasing from somebody that's the leasee in the building, and they're one of the largest tenants in the building. And apparently the owner who refinanced his building said that the lender to the building, put in the lending docs that if there's any changes to a major tenant's lease, then they have to sign off on it. So that's what we're waiting on.
Okay.
So we're waiting for the lender to sign off.
And if all goes as planned, you guys are off of what? I-10 and
Kirkwood.
Kirkwood. Okay.
Yeah. 451 Katy Freeway.
Yeah.
Which will be, if you're going westbound on Katy Freeway from the Beltway, exit Kirkwood, make a U-turn, get in the far right-hand lane. There's a Taco Cabana right across the street.
Are you a Taco Cabana fan?
I'll eat it. It's not my first choice.
I think maybe if I was drunk, I'll probably eat it, but not.
No, I can eat it sober.
Probably not on the daily or anything like that.
Yeah, I probably won't go there on a daily basis. Although this new place that we're moving into has a deli inside the inside. That's a nice amenity.
I think there's so many different taco options now that, like, I used to probably eat Taco Cabana a little bit more, but El Rey I think is probably a little bit better.
Yeah.
Which is very close to me at near I-10 and Bunker Hill.
Have you eaten at Torchy's?
I like Torchy's.
Yeah.
There's one off like Washington, like Velvet Tacos, that I think is pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, Torchy's, I mean, that blows away Taco Cabana for the most part.
I've only eaten at Torchy's one time ever, and I've got a younger brother that actually works at Torchy's.
Okay.
Not like he's in the IT department for Torchy's corporate. Torchy's is based out of Austin. I don't know if you knew that. That's where their corporate headquarters is.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and they're starting to go national. They've got a lot of locations around the country. They're expanding rapidly, and they're privately owned. They're not.
I always thought that like Austin people, they just claimed Torchy's that it was an Austin thing. I didn't realize it was in Boston.
No, in Austin.
Oh, Austin.
Yeah,
I thought you said Boston.
No, it's in Austin.
Yeah. Okay.
So my brother lives in Austin and works in the IT department. I think there's like 5 people in IT, and he's one of those.
Yeah.
Keeping their systems up and going at all their locations. And I saw that because our office used to be at Willcrest and Westheimer over in the Lifestyles building is what I'll call it. And so there's it used to be a Black IP diagonally across the street from there, and there's a Torchy's that just moved in there. I was driving by, and so may actually eat lunch there today.
So is there not a Black IP? I actually like Black IP.
Yeah,
I think it's a good like home cooking.
Yeah, yeah. I used to like their vegetable plate. And so this is how our radio show goes sometimes. We actually could be talking about property management because I'm sitting right here with an expert in property management. It's Jerry Ta with PropertyCare, and Jerry has he's been providing our property management services for, I think almost a year now, something like that. Maybe right around there. And
we've done a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
For some of your properties. I mean, we did a little housing on the one up in Humble.
Yeah.
We got one moving in pretty soon here for the one down in Webster, and you got that one unit near, I guess U of H, not really U of H.
Wait, I'd call it east of the medical center.
East of the medical center, other side of the freeway.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Make sure
center.
you say which freeway. It's not south of 610. It's not that other side of the medical center.
Right. It's east of
288.
288.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of a nice, getting nicer neighborhood. They're supposed to build a pretty large HEB right at the corner of McGregor and 288.
Are they really?
Yeah, on the east side of 288 also.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That'll help property values.
Yeah, quite a bit. Like it's supposed to be not a Joe V's, like a
yeah.
like a legitimate HEB.
Wow.
For that neighborhood, which should be real nice.
Yeah, it should be really nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I don't know what shopping's over there. I mean, it's not like I hang out over in that area much.
Yeah, all they had was a Kroger right off of, I think, OST.
Yeah.
But beyond that, really, really underserved market for grocery stores.
Yeah. That's always a good sign for redevelopment when the big retailers that study the marketplace and do an analysis of what's going on and the trends and things like that. And when you see them moving in, that's always a good sign.
Yeah, especially HEB. I mean, if I were to tell you like it was a super Walmart, I mean, maybe, maybe the response would be a little different. But no, this was supposed to be a pretty nice HEB coming up over there.
Nice. Mm-hmm. So you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. That's 713-785-1817. So, Jerry, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
You guys can give us a call at 713-489-7653 or send us an email at info@propertycarehouston.com.
Okay, so Ginger asked a question on the Book of Faces. Good morning, Ginger. She's a listener in Amarillo. She's a loyal listener, and she, what do you have to do to evict a HUD tenant? Anything extra need to be done to evict them?
I don't really understand the question. What does it mean by a HUD tenant?
In other words, they apparently qualified as a tenant under a HUD program.
Okay, I don't think I've ever dealt with that. I wouldn't imagine that it'd be any different than a normal.
Yeah, pretty much statewide in Texas, it's relatively easy to evict somebody. You go down to the Harris County Constable's office, right?
Right. Well, you got to follow the process.
Right.
You
gotta
got to
post
send
your
your
3-day.
your 3-day vacate notice.
Right.
You can you can either put it on the inside of the door. You can send it regular mail.
So when you say put it on the inside of the door, the only way to do that is you got to have a key to the property, right?
Right.
So sometimes, like, we've bought a property and a tenant's already in it, but they've not been paying rent for a long time. That's the reason why the previous owner's selling it. We don't have keys to the property. So one way to do it is you can hire a locksmith, have them rekey the property, right? And then you get access, you put it on the inside of the door, but you got to photograph that you've actually done that.
Right. You got to have
Document it somehow.
evidence.
Yeah.
And my recommendation would to be just send it via first class mail.
Yeah.
And I think, and I've come, it depends on which judge you go to. Like, I think his name is Judge William off of Highway 6 in Clay.
Yeah.
Like, people who send certified mail, he recommends them to not send certified mail.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying
because
to.
then it comes back, right?
And I'm not providing any kind of legal advice here, by the way, disclaimer. Just my experience.
You're not certified by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization in evictions, right?
I actually, when I used to go, I would sit on the front row and listen to what the judge was saying, and he was telling this person, well, if you send it regular first class mail, there's an assumption that it will get there in 2 business days.
Okay.
And that's all you need. You just need a copy of that, a good tenant ledger showing that they're out, past due on their rent, and then that's all they need.
Yeah.
But if you send it certified, somehow there's an extra level of evidence that's provided. Like,
yeah, because you got to get the
it.
return receipt. Because because the post person has to get a signature, and a lot of times those people, they're not home during the day, or they're not awake at that hour, or they never answer the door no matter how many times someone bangs. So the postman doesn't ever get that return receipt, which means that they can claim, oh, I never got the letter, right? Because it doesn't actually go in the mailbox unless the signature happens.
Right.
Yeah, so you're actually making things worse when you send it that way.
So, like I said,
we actually just normally post it on the door, not inside, because you can post it outside the door as well, can't you?
Like I said, it's not something we do. I know previously you weren't allowed to.
Yeah.
That question would always come like we post. A person would say we posted on the door, and the next question would be on the inside or the outside. If they said outside, it was game over.
Yeah.
For them, like, hey, reset. You got to redo the whole, send the vacate notice again and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think there were exceptions. In that scenario where a tenant would have dogs, or they had keyless deadbolts that you just couldn't open the door. But I didn't know how you actually got around that as far as going forward with the case.
Yeah, so far because Jason normally handles our evictions. I normally go out and post the 3-day. Don't go by myself, but I normally go and although now we are you guys, and we really don't. Here's what I can tell you is it's. Every single person that we've evicted so far has been someone that we inherited when we bought the property.
And that's usually, we don't do too many evictions.
Yeah, because you screen the tenants.
Yeah, we screen their tenants real well.
Yeah.
And we, what I learned is that we never really try to decline anyone.
Yeah.
We provide them options.
Yeah.
And, if you have bad credit, we ask for additional deposit.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
We're not going to turn you down, but we need $1 million down payment.
And I've asked this
price
before.
You out of the market, right?
Right, and I've asked this before, but if they have a huge collections balance from a previous rental, well, you can pay us that collections balance, or ask additional security deposit, and get yourself in there. If you had a $10,000 collection balance from your previous rental, well, how about your security deposit is $10,000 plus your normal security deposit, and we'll let you in the door
plus first and last month's rent.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we never turn people down. We give them options.
Did you say that with a straight face?
I mean, it wasn't. Hey, I mean, if they wanted it off their record, they'd have to go pay off that collections balance. I mean, and that still, that delays the process. But
so let's say that they did stroke you a check for that.
Certified funds, by the way.
Right, exactly. So would you take that $10,000 and provide it to the previous, or you just hang on to that as additional?
No, that's for our purpose.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean, we're not paying off there, but if they were trying to go back and pay off, their collections,
right?
Well, we got to make sure that they actually paid it. Got to rescreen. Right. It'll take forever. Just give us whatever you owed previously, plus your first and last first month's in security deposit, and then we'll get you in the door.
All right, you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. See you on the other side of the break. Anybody you can recommend who does that posting of
Lights
notice
off.
inside of the house?
Virtuoso Graphics is not your ordinary sign
Well,
shop.
property
We're your
management companies
one-stop
would do
shop
that.
for all your signage.
Like I said, we
graphics
don't
needs.
do posting
We're located in
inside
the
because
Galleria area and have
all
been
our
in
properties
business for
required
over
by Texas
13
Property Bureau to
years.
have keyless
We
deadbolts.
offer a wide
So there's an
variety of
opportunity to
signage
go to the
products,
house,
including Bandit,
and if they
aluminum, and
went through the
88 compliant
garage
signs
and
to
closed the
3D
garage, we
letters.
can't get inside the
Need
house.
something
So that's
printed?
like a waste.
We can get that done
So we
too.
always send out first
From
class
outdoor
mail
banners
to
to
all our
business
properties.
cards and anything in
Now I know
between.
Fort Bend on
Take
their
advantage of
eviction,
our
they
laser
actually
engraving
require you
services.
to
We
on
can
there to
custom
like
engrave on many
an
products
option is
available
certified
through our
mail. So we do
catalogs
send
or
certified
your
Fort
own
Bend.
personal items.
But beyond
From
that,
large
we
orders
just
to
send
small, we
normal
can accommodate
first
your
class mail.
specific needs. We pride ourselves on customer service and work one-on-one with customers to make sure they get a good quality product. Come view our showroom to browse our
Valley
many samples
says,
to
okay,
get you
so
inspired.
there is no meeting on June
Want your
1st.
business
Is that
to
right,
get
Valley?
noticed? Give us a call
Oh,
at
Summer's saying the same thing.
713-623-4425.
Apparently I missed that
or
part of the
visit our
meeting.
website at virtuoso-graphics.com.
Are you expecting to close accurately, on time, and
got
with
such a
lots
great
of
team,
communication
'cause-
on your home purchase? You've come to the right place. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, Senior Loan Officer with Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Our goal is to give our borrowers and referral partners an amazing experience during the loan process. My team believes in putting people and culture before results. Our company concentrates on building those teams who operate with structure, process, and recognition for going the extra mile for you. This way, we have the energy to make this your best home purchase ever. Give us a call today to find out the simple steps to get started. I'm Jennifer Hernandez, the Hernandez team at Legacy Mutual Mortgage. Jennifer.legacymutual.com or call 713-579-3611. Again, Jennifer.legacymutual.com. We can't wait to consult with you soon. NMLS 514497.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 514497.
Did you know that there are over $24 trillion
We got 2 minutes,
in
guys.
retirement accounts in the
Yeah,
U.S.?
yeah.
Imagine if you could use someone's IRA to fund all of your deals. Well, you can. Quest IRA is based locally here in Houston, Texas. At Quest IRA, we offer retirement accounts that can be used to invest in real estate, promissory notes, private entities, and much more. Many of our clients loan money from their IRAs to fund real estate deals all over the country. We don't sell any investments or give advice. However, we do hold free networking events, weekly educational classes, and free consultations with an IRA specialist. For more information, visit our website at questira.com or call us at 1-855-FUN-IRAs. To tap into the $24 trillion in retirement accounts in the U.S., call Quest IRA at 1-855-FUN-IRAs
Somebody get 703,000 views.
questira.com.
You found or
Like,
inherited
in the
a
last
great
2
investment
hours.
property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more
That's-
importantly,
that's a lot of
what
views.
to do to
Yeah.
maximize your
I
investment.
mean, I've
while
seen like
mitigating
music
risk.
videos with
This
like
is exactly
200
why
million
we
views. So
started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen
There's
is
somebody
a group
making
of
a-
appraisers
some video about the
specializing in
Manchester
investment real
attack.
estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at
Have they said- has anyone claimed?
713-346-9911
Yeah.
or check us out online at
Taliban.
nextgenappraisals.com.
The Taliban, like the
Investor Loan Source
The
is Houston's
Afghanistan
premier
government?
investor
Taliban?
loan company.
30 seconds.
Our products and approval process
Oh,
are unique in the
ISIS.
Houston marketplace. First of all, we loan based on the asset alone. That means no credit minimums, no income requirements, and no reserve minimums. Second, we have short-term loans for fix and flips and several long-term options for rental properties. Since we're asset-based lenders, everyone is approved. Check out Investor Loan Source at
All right,
ils.cash.
gentlemen, stand by.
That's ils.cash.
This
All right, guys.
is Business 1110.
All right, hot mics in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio. I'm joined live in studio with Jerry Ta. He is the property management professional that we trust to do our own properties for management. And so what's the best number to get a hold of you?
You can reach us at 713-489-7653 or send us an email at info@propertycarehouston.com.
So Ginger had a follow-up statement. She said, thanks, guys. Tenants will be inherited. Wasn't sure about the Section 8 tenant. So that's what she meant, is Section 8
Section
tenant.
8,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. And then Mahesh was asking a question right before the break. Says, anybody you recommend who does that posting of notice inside of the house? and you said, I don't know that there's anybody that does that as a service.
No, I'm not sure of a service that does that.
I would think that if property management companies are doing that, but you said that y'all don't actually post it inside the house. What you do is you just send it first class, unless it's in Fort Bend County, in which case you would send it certified. Okay. And then Stacy Haddishell, she asked the question, what's a good resource for determining the rental rates in a particular area? Can y'all provide that information? Also, what are the best neighborhoods around Sugar Land and Missouri City for rentals? Well, I don't know that there's a bad neighborhood in Sugar Land for rentals.
No, I don't think there's a bad neighborhood. I mean, houses in Sugar Land are generally very expensive, so you got to watch, your cash flow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sugar Land is one of those few cities that do have a rental license, which is just another layer in the process that you got to go through. Where
that's if you're in the city of Sugar Land city limits, right?
Well, right. So if you have Sugar Land, if you have to get water through the city of Sugar Land, then you would need to get a rental license through them. So they'll do an inspection and stuff, and if you fail it, you got to fix whatever they fail, and then send them back out there again. So just one more step in the process for rentals in Sugar Land.
Yeah, got it. So, but there's a lot of areas that are Sugar Land mailing address, but aren't Sugar Land city limits.
Right.
Like Tara, that's not actually in Sugar Land. That's in
Richmond.
Yeah.
Most of the Sugar Land ones, like Sugar Land addresses that we see, is kind of closer to Highway 6.
Yeah.
On the
south side, I guess.
North of 59.
Oh, okay.
North, kind of near Bissonnet or West Belford and stuff like that. Like Town West.
North of 90.
Yeah, north of 90. Like Town West subdivision and stuff, that's a Sugar Land address, but their services are not provided by the city of Sugar Land, so you wouldn't get a rental license there. But Sugar Land proper, municipality, then you would have to get a rental license.
Yeah, so the downside is most of the houses in Sugar Land are north of the median home price, or at least around the median home price, around $200,000. And so they're not renting for $200,000. I mean, like Jason's been renting, he's getting ready to move in a house that he's buying right now. And but I think the house is probably worth $220,000, something like that, and it's written for $1,700 or $1,800 a month.
Yeah, so less than 1%.
Less than 1%. So time to take out taxes, insurance, all those other things on the property. It's not cash flowing very much.
No.
So that's the only downside why Sugar Land's not necessarily a great area. That there's other areas like A-Leaf or maybe Sharpstown, places like that.
Great area to live in, just probably not.
Yeah, right.
Best for investment.
Correct. Yeah, and we see, and I'm sure you see this too all the time, that people, they want to have higher end rentals. That they want to rent a $300,000 house.
Yeah.
And they get maybe $2,200-$2,300 a month for it. And I always tell them, hey, I'd rather have $300,000 houses that are written for $1,300 a month that are brings me $3,900 a month of cash flow, as opposed to one property that brings me $2,200. I'm leaving $1,700 a month on the table.
Yeah, I try not to get in those conversations with people.
Okay.
I mean, we all have our different opinions on what works. We just try to this is how much it costs to manage, and we'll just leave it at that. If you want to own, a $300,000 house and rent it out, and that's perfectly fine with us. And if you want to rent a $1,200 house, that's fine with us too.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, is there a price range of houses that you won't rent?
Not necessarily.
No.
I think there's probably more certain areas that we don't want to rent, and I guess price is indicative of those areas. But I would probably stay away from kind of Third Wardish, Fifth Ward. I don't know. We haven't had great experiences in those neighborhoods. The turnover's high.
Yeah.
Difficult to rent. Stuff like that.
Yeah, it's difficult to find people that qualify for a traditional criteria. That is what I say, that they have enough deposit, they have enough rental history, they have. It's their lives are just out of control oftentimes.
Yeah. And a lot of times, what we get for those specific neighborhoods are some investors that are somewhat speculative, also at the same time.
Yeah.
That they're not really trying to put in a lot of money.
Yeah.
Into their rental units, which
it's really more of a long-term land play for the area. They're expecting the area to turn. Yeah, got it.
So it makes it more difficult for us when we have a landlord and investor that is not really trying to own a rental business, but more
Yeah.
just holding on to it.
He's not by choice, but by secondary choices, I guess. Really, right? That he's becoming a slumlord, right?
Right.
Yeah, and it's hard to manage a slumlord property.
No, yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah, especially when you're providing professional property management. All right, you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. People have been texting in or writing in questions on our Facebook page. And Whitney said, hey. So, hey, Whitney, what's up? And then, so best neighborhoods around Sugar Land. She also asked about Missouri City. What neighborhoods in Missouri City would you say are good?
Hunter's Glen.
Yeah.
Is that in Missouri City?
I believe so.
Yeah, Hunter's Glen is pretty good. Sometimes neighborhoods that I probably wouldn't want to get into, I remember a little bit more. For instance, I think Ridgegate is probably not a great, just kind of tough neighborhood.
Yeah.
In Missouri City. But yeah, I think Hunter's Glen is probably a pretty decent one. We always get good luck in there. Pretty good tenants.
Now, I know a couple of months ago you were telling us about Terra, that there was excess inventory in Terra. It was a very, very competitive marketplace. Did you see that rents adjusted in there, or what? Is there still an abundance, or has that inventory been absorbed, would you say?
It's been absorbed for the most part, but rents did have to adjust in order to absorb it. Like I said, when we were in October, November, and if you had comped it for the previous months, I mean, you were looking at $1,400-$1,500 rent, and that had to move down in order to get that, absorption going.
Right. And so, but is that because Terra seems to be a neighborhood that's more dependent on the summer months for moving than a lot of other neighborhoods?
I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I just think in general, from my experience, from I think October through about January.
So you're right now in the peak of busy season, right?
Yeah.
For leasing and all that.
All our properties are flying pretty quick at this moment.
So it's a good time to be leasing a property right now. If you're looking to upgrade a tenant, get the old tenant that's tearing up your place and not paying rent on time and all that, get rid of them and refresh, reset.
And from what I've seen from the sell side, I mean, it's probably a good time to lease out or, sell your properties if you're looking to sell too. So whichever way you wanted to go about it.
Now, I'm not sure if Whitney's being serious or if she's just playing around, but hey, Tom, rentals in the $500K range. What are your thoughts around that price range? Yeah. Not a big fan, personally.
Yeah, probably not a big fan.
The only way that I could see that would make sense is if you fell into like $1 billion, and you needed to deploy capital really, really fast, and so just time to deploy. It doesn't take as many $500,000 houses to eat up a large sum of money.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I ever dealt with like significantly like high price houses are, people got to move for work.
Yeah,
and they literally just bought this house, and large multinational oil and gas companies like, well, guys send you to wherever else now, and they just bought it. It doesn't make sense to sell it. They have all intentions of moving back to Houston, but it just doesn't make sense to sell it, so they have to rent it out.
I'll just say this. A good test for comparison is just look at the 1% rule. How far do you deviate, either positively or negative, from 1% of the value on a monthly rental? So 1% of $500,000 would be you need to rent it for $5,000 a month just to have the 1% rule. In some neighborhoods, that you can buy properties at $100,000, you can get rents of $1,300 a month.
Right.
So that's like a 1.3. That's to the positive. Well, run rental comps in that particular neighborhood, and what you're probably going to find is it's going to be around $3,200, $3,300 a month. That you can rent a $500,000 house for like 30. That's way less than 1% of. And so I think from a cash flow standpoint, you're leaving a lot of money on the table trying to do in that price range. Now, I've seen some people that's their mindset. They've become very wealthy in other countries. They're trying to bring dollars out of other countries and bring dollars here, and so they want to do that. On a larger scale, and so 4 rental properties at $500,000 a piece, you've brought $2 million and put it to work. And if it's all cash, hey, I mean it's cash flows, right? I mean it's not the strategy that I would do, but that's there you go.
Yeah, I would imagine if you had that much money, there'd probably be some better liquid assets that you could just hold it. You really wanted to.
Yeah, and so Whitney's saying that's the exact situation they had earlier this morning with the sellers. I guess they had I guess they were looking to sell a $500,000 rental property. And yeah, where I see that happens a lot of times, previously in the insurance business, I knew a guy that every time he bought a house and he upgraded into a larger house, he didn't ever sell the older house. Mm-hmm. He just turned it into a rental. And so, he started out when he was a young man at, 20-something years old and had a house that he had paid like $80,000 for. And then when he paid that off aggressively and then moved out of it, bought another house, and then moved out of it, bought another house, moved out of it, bought it. And so, he got up into the $350,000, $400,000, $450,000 houses. And so now and I'm like, that's not the strategy that I would use, but I'd sell those and take the excess capital and redeploy it, do an exchange and all that. So, yeah. So I'm joined with Jerry Ta. Tell us your phone number.
It's 713-489-7653.
All right, and you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio. You can give us a call, 713-785-1817. And Stacy, instead of texting you back, I'll just tell you that, yes, we can have that conversation after the show.
Mic's off, guys.
The most expensive house I ever went to potentially manage.
Yep.
$1.6 million. And
If you have cracks in your walls, ceilings,
how much did they want a month?
You may have a foundation.
I didn't even get. I think it was like $10,000 a month. And he was living in London. He was working for BP. And just moved back to Houston finally. Had 2 kids.
They know how hot it gets on the
Just bought this house, $1.6 million, and then next thing you know, BP was like, "Hey, got to send you out to I think Barbados or something for the next year or 2."
If you have a cracked slab or a shifting foundation,
like, what do you want me to do? So he was trying to rent it out.
832-329-1687 to schedule an appointment with Green Tree Foundation Leveling.
Are you looking for an investor-friendly general contractor for your investment?
Surprisingly enough,
then call Fast Track Remodeling at 832-742-9992.
in that neighborhood there was actually someone else that had the same thing happen to.
Or reach us on
the
web at fasttrackremodeling.com.
Fast Track Remodeling specializes in turnkey remodeling of single-family investment properties, whether it's a flip, rehab, or a rental rehab. No more managing it yourself. No more doing the work yourself. Fast Track Remodeling really does manage it all.
So give us a call today at 832-742-9992. Do you have cracks in your brick, doors that stick, or sheetrock that's coming apart? Then you may have foundation movement. Due to our expansive soils in the Houston area, it's probably not a question of if you have movement, but when. Call Foundation Check for a truly independent, unbiased foundation evaluation. Foundation Check has been in business since 2009 and has completed over 1,400 evaluations. We're not in the business of repairing foundations or selling you unnecessary peer work, but we are in the business of evaluating your foundation. Our product is designed for house flippers, landlords, or even owner-occupied properties. Each of our files is reviewed by a licensed engineer. Remember to check before ever repair. Call 346-702-3825. That's 346-702-3825. Or you can reach us online at foundationcheck.com. That's foundationcheck.com.
Time is money in a real estate deal. If your insurance company is slow or non-responsive, you could lose a deal like that. You need a quick turnaround on quotes or binders? The agency for that is Benchmark Insurance Group of Texas. The team at Benchmark understands the investor mindset. They know what you need and when you need it. We're here for you. Are you a rehabber, wholesaler, buy and hold, or flipper? Bundling your properties on a single policy will help save time and money. Benchmark has been in business for over 10 years, and we insure over 30,000 properties. Contact Benchmark about our exclusive investor package. Call us and let us show you what we can do for you at 281-569-4353. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com. That's benchmarkbroker.com. That's 281-569-4353. Or online at benchmarkbroker.com.
You found or inherited a great investment property. Problem is, you don't know how much it's worth, or more importantly, what to do to maximize your investment while mitigating risk.
All right,
this is
1 minute,
exactly
guys.
why we started Next Gen Appraisals. Next Gen is a group of appraisers specializing in investment real estate. We understand that investors aren't just looking for a number of what their property is worth, but a comprehensive analysis of the market. Give NextGen a call at 713-346-9911 or check us out online at nextgenappraisals.com.
Investor Loan Source is Houston's premier investor loan company. Our products and approval process are unique in the Houston marketplace. First of all, we loan based on the asset alone. That means no credit minimums, no income requirements, and no reserve minimums. Second, we have short-term loans for fix and flips and several long-term options for rental properties. Since we're asset-based lenders, everyone is approved. Check out Investor Loan Source at ils.cash. That's ils.cash.
All right,
This
fellas,
is
stand
Business
by.
1110.
Hot mics in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, welcome back. Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. That's 713-785-1817. You can go to facebook.com/Right Path Real Estate. And Valley's been posting our events that are coming up. Our next event in Houston is going to be June 8th. That's a Thursday. That's 2 weeks from this Thursday. And then Jason's actually going to be in Dallas day after tomorrow at the Wyndham Dallas, 7800 Alpha Road. I've been joined the entire show live in the studio with Jerry Ta. He's with PropertyCare. What are all the ways to get a hold of you?
You can give us a call at 713-489-7653 or send us an email at info@propertycarehouston.com.
Perfect. And y'all will be at our event that's going to be on June 8th?
Yes, we will be there. We'll have a booth set up. So if you guys have any questions, just stop on by.
Yeah. So, and what's the going rate for property management?
So right now, we do an $85 flat fee. And our focus has always been investors.
Yes.
Being investors ourselves is that, we always understood that, just because your rent's higher doesn't mean your cash flow is any better.
Correct.
So, a
because your taxes are higher, your insurance is higher, your mortgage is higher, all of that, right?
Right. So that's why we moved to a flat fee, recognizing that, just because, if you have a $1,200 rental versus a $1,800 rental, your cash flow could still be $300, $400, $500, whichever amount it is.
Right. Mm-hmm. So a flat $85 a month, because it's really, leasing's leasing, right? Managing is managing. Taking phone calls is taking phone calls. So it's not like because you move up in the food chain that it's, in terms of pricing, that it's easier to manage or harder to manage.
And I think it's worked out well for us because I think our tenant risk has decreased as, the rent price goes up. So as the rent price goes down, our tenant risk increases.
Right.
And our percentage is higher.
Right.
But as the rent increases, our tenant risk is less and our percentage is lower.
Yeah.
So I think from a risk perspective, it works out too.
Yeah, so that probably went over the head of maybe at least 30% of the audience that's listening. Because, but I totally, that's a great point. I don't know that most people that even are in property management today recognize that business perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your favorite price range, or do you even have a favorite price range for your own investing?
I always think that probably $1,400 or less. Your rental properties move a little quicker.
Yeah.
That's because I think you're competing against a certain other type of investment, which is like apartments or living spaces, and 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, maybe $100, $200 more is always going to beat a 2-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. So I think those tend to move a little quicker. As you move up in price range, you got to provide more amenities such as washer, dryer, refrigerators that may break, that cause a little bit more headache down the road.
What's your thought about providing refrigerators in your rental properties?
We generally don't, unless, like I said, once we reach about $1,800, $2,000 a month. We generally don't provide refrigerators. It's just one more additional item that may break. For whatever reason, I use the same fridge for about 20 years and it never breaks, but I tend to use it about
for 6 minutes and it breaks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're listening to Right Path Real Estate Radio, 713-785-1817. Actually, I don't know why I gave out the phone number. Should probably get out your phone number because we have less than 30 seconds to go.
Okay, it's you can reach us at 713-489-7653 or email us at info@propertycarehouston.com.
Sounds great. All right, thanks for listening. And Jason will be in the studio tomorrow, and then we'll be in Dallas on Thursday, and then so we'll see you next week.